All right, so one of the best exercises or movements, I guess it's not just a one single exercise, but there's different variations of this. And one of the best things you can be doing for your strength, your mobility, your balance, your coordination, even your conditioning is a great conditioning tool, is crawling. Now you might be thinking, what the hell is he talking about? Crawling? I ain't no baby. Well, it is one of the best tools you can use. One of the best movements you can use is crawling. So get on the floor and start crawling. Like I said, it's going to help strength, mobility, coordination, balance, aerobic capacity can help, and just your ability to get on and off the floor and just be able to do things in life, everyday things, easier. So crawling is one of those tools, and I'm going to show you some of my favorite crawling variations that you can start implementing into your training, even as an adult. Because when I work with adults, a lot of them struggle with crawling. They're uncoordinated. They struggle to get off the floor, on the floor. Even kids, they're so uncoordinated today because they don't do these things after the age of 1 or 2 or whatever, whenever you start walking. But everyone should be crawling, no matter if you're a youth athlete or a former washed up athlete like myself into your 60s, 70s, you can still be crawling. It's a great tool. It's a great movement to help you move better, feel better, look better, and become an athlete for life. So let's start with the typical bear crawl, or just a basic crawl. In the past, you can do them where you're stiffer, where you're kind of keeping everything tense, and kind of, I call this one the kid actually came up with this when I was training, is the robot dogs. You see those robot dogs? They move very slow, very stiff. That's one way you can do it. I'm not a huge fan of that because when we're lifting we're taught to be so stiff, so braced, tense all the time. And you're probably tense all the time anyway. And people, we need to relax more. We need to get movement. We need to be fluid. We need to be mobile. And that's where just letting the body, letting the rib cage, letting the hips, letting the spine move like they're supposed to move and not be so tense all the time. Because that's a big key with crawling, is to be more mobile. So let everything loose, let everything relax, and move the spine, move the rib cage with our normal crawl here, bear crawl. So it's letting the sides move, letting everything move, being more tense or less tense. Again, we can go forward, we can go backwards with this, but just shoulders, hips, spine, rib cage. Let everything move. That is just a straightforward, I consider those just a bear crawl. Some people bear crawl with their butts up. I like to have the butt down, let everything move, get those shins as parallel with the ground as you can. And just let everything move, be more fluid. We're too tense as it is. Like I said, we're sitting at desks. We're stressed out from work, from kids, with everything in life. We're always so tense. Relax. Let everything move. Let the body move how it's supposed to be. The spine's made to move. Rib cage is made to move. Shoulder blades, shoulders are made to move. Hips are made to move. So move them. And that's where crawling can help. So that is the forward, backwards bear crawl is one variation. You can also do it sideways. So again, we tend to move up and down, forward and backward too much. We don't go side to side. Our body's meant to move in different ways. So side to side is just, like I say, you're going side to side. On that one, it's easier to go same hand, same leg at the same time. Whereas forward and backward, we're going alternating. So right hand is going forward, left leg is going forward. One of the most common mistakes I see people, they make it even harder when they're starting, is they try to go same arm, same leg, and then they get off balance and they end up falling over, having to catch themselves. So that is the first one, a normal bear crawl. Another one, we're just flipping around, and you maybe have done these 20, 30 years ago in gym class. They don't do them anymore. is a crab walk. I was subbing in gym the other day and I wanted kids to do crab walk. I didn't demonstrate it all. I just said, let's do some crab walks. And they started doing this thing. I'm like, what the heck is that? That is not a crab walk. That's some weird dance. So a crab walk, basically opposite of the bear crawl. You're over your stomach, sternum, hips, or front side of your body is facing up towards the ceiling. And you just, again, opposite arm, opposite leg. Let the body flow. Let the body move. You can go forward and backward on this as well. Side to side. Again, you can do all these in every direction, really. And you should, because we need to be moving our bodies in every direction there is possible. Because we're not just forward and backwards. We're not just up and down. It is side to side. It is, you could do diagonal. You could go anywhere. You could go around in circles. So, again, these are few variations, but the ways you can move these variations are pretty much endless. You just got to use that mind, use that creativity. So we did bear crawl, we did crab walk. One of my favorites, Spider-Man, or lizard, some people call him. So again, get down low, think of Spider-Man climbing up the side of the wall. Really bring that knee, that hip, up to the one elbow on the opposite. And as you get more mobile, you'll be able to get closer to the ground. Again, you can do these ones backwards. You can do them side to side. But again, it's another variation, Spider-Man, lizard, reptile. They've been called different names. I call them Spider-Man just because I like comic books. I like Spider-Man. I like Marvel. I like that kind of stuff. So I like to keep names of things with stuff I do. I use wrestling analogies for different moves rather than the stupid, boring names that people call things. So we got the Spider-Man. Let's go. What's next? And again, I guess these aren't all going to be just crawling. There's going to be some animal type movements too. So not necessarily what you could traditionally consider crawling, but you get the point. It's getting on the floor. It's moving our body in different ways. Then we'll go with the frog hops. So yeah, again, this one's not really crawling necessarily, but it's another animal movement. You're down on the ground, closer to the ground. Again, you're gonna get down in a squatted position. Hands out in front. Kind of think your hands are in between your knees. Your knees are kind of jetting out. Just, again, think of a frog. And then you're gonna put hands forward, kind of pull yourself forward, and hop. Again, you can do it forward, you can do it backward. If you can't get down this low, start with where you're at. Again, not everyone's where I'm at. I've been training for 15 plus years. And even this stuff, it's taking me longer to get used to because I didn't do it for the longest time. I was just weight training and all the typical stuff and just compressing my body and using all that tension and being so tense. And that didn't lead me to be an athlete for life. I was in shape. Yeah, sure, I looked good, but I wasn't fast. I was strong. I had some muscle, but I couldn't move. I could move up and down, maybe forward and backward, but I was always hurt all the time. Had too much tension. Everything so tense and braced all the time. I was not fluid and mobile. I'm a lot more mobile now in the last 2 or 3 years that I've been incorporating this stuff. And that's why I want you guys to start doing it as soon as possible because it's going to help you. You're going to feel better. You're going to move better. You're going to feel better. That's what it's all about. And then the side effects are you're going to look better. You're going to be stronger. You're going to be faster. And then you're going to build that ultimate body, that ultimate life, that ultimate ability to be an athlete for life. So next, let's go to monkeys. These are fun. So yeah, growing up, monkeys were one of my favorite animals. So you kind of think of a monkey or a chimp, a gorilla. You can do the gorilla crawls more like that with knuckles, but the monkey swings or monkey side to side, so you can do it. These ones are going to start going diagonal, so you're going to go that way, that way, that way. So think kind of like the frog, you're starting in that position, but you're going to put your hands out to the side of your knee, one kind of in line with the knee, so to speak, the other out to the side. And you're gonna kind of jump up and push your hips. It's hard to explain, just watch it. Hopefully you're one of those people who does as they see. You kind of swing the hips from side to side. So that would be a monkey. You can also do it just laterally. So you can get different heights as you get more comfortable with it. So those are monkey walks, monkey side to side, monkey swings, whatever you want to call them there. What else? Monkeys, frogs. I feel like that's a good start. I feel like I'm missing one of my main, oh yeah. This is one of my favorite ones. So again, add a little bit of rotation, make things a little bit more dynamic. I like to call them tornadoes. All you're doing is starting in like a side bear crawl pose, and you're just gonna rotate off this, whatever way you go. We're gonna go towards the camera right now. So it's my right arm, right leg. You're pivoting off that, rotating over into, so basically you're going from a bear to a crab, crab to a bear, bear to a crab, and you're just twisting. And as you get better, you can make it more dynamic, more faster. So I like to call those tornadoes. You can call them rotation crawls, whatever you want. Again, names don't matter. It's that you're doing them, that you're incorporating them, and that you're using them to make yourself better. So whatever you want to call it, crawling, animal movements. Those are just a few basic ones that I love to use. Again, I'll use them as warm-ups. I'll use them in between, maybe like a squat, just to kind of decompress and let the spine be more mobile. I'll use them as their own strength base. You could, especially with crawls, once you get better, you could attach a weight to your hips through like a chain or something and pull it forward, backward. That's another way you can do them. You can do them as their own mobility day. One of the best ways I use them as a aerobic conditioning circuit. So get a heart rate monitor, set 20-30 minutes on the clock, and just do them continuously. Go through your bear crawl, rotate through them, kind of a circuit without as much, and take breaks as you need them, but keeping that heart rate between 120, 150, whatever your range is for that quote unquote zone 2, because zone 2 is all the rage these days, or cardiac output method, or capacity method, but you want to just keep that heart rate in that zone 2, or that, think of where you're breathing a little bit, but you're able to keep a conversation like I would be doing right now. So you can use it as aerobic capacity. You can use it as more interval type stuff. Again, the ways you use them are endless, but the key is that you use them, because they are great for making you move better, feel better, get stronger, balance, power, coordination, being able to just get up off the floor, get on the floor, and feel comfortable. Joints are going to feel better, hips are going to move better, shoulders are going to move better, you're going to have a stronger core, stronger back, and again, it's the ability to move as well. So crawling, animal movements, whatever you want to call it, great to add into your training. So if you have any questions, let me know. Comment below the video or shoot me an email, trevor@tagpn.com. But I suggest you start implementing crawling variations into your training, because they are great for the whole body and they're fun.